Claude just made it way easier to switch your AI provider. So this is a smart move by Anthropic, and I want to show you what they just put out because it directly addresses one of the main reasons people don't switch AI tools, which is that if you spend months getting your current one to actually know you, like if you've been using ChatGPT for a while, you've probably built up a bunch of context. It knows how you write, what kind of tone you like, what projects you're working on, what you do for work. That stuff accumulates over time and is genuinely useful. So the idea of starting fresh somewhere else and going through all of that again is just kind of annoying. It's a friction that keeps people from trying anything new. Anthropic basically said, okay, let's just remove that friction entirely. They built this page at claude.com/import memory, and the whole thing is just 2 steps. You go there, you copy a prompt they give you, you paste it into whatever AI you're currently using, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, and that AI basically summarizes everything it knows about you. Your preferences, your context, your working style, all of it. Then you take that output and then you paste it into Claude's memory settings. That's it. 2 copy paste and Claude just inherits all of that context. The framing they use on this page is actually kind of good. They say your first conversation should feel like your 100th, which is the actual problem they're solving. Most people who try a new AI tool end up leaving not because it wasn't good enough, but because the onboarding experiences are just exhausting. You have to re-explain everything and it feels like starting over. What's also worth noting is that Claude's memory system is set up to keep different projects and contexts separate, so things don't bleed together. And you can see and edit everything it remembers, which is something people have been asking for across the board. That transparency of like, what does this thing actually know about me and can I control it? The timing of this is pretty interesting too. With GPT 5.4 just dropping and a lot of people evaluating what tools they're actually using day to day, Anthropic is essentially saying, okay, if you've been curious about Claude but haven't wanted to deal with the migration headache, here's the answer. Go to claude.com/import memory, spend about a minute on it, and just try it. Whether that's enough to move people over is a different question, but as a product decision, it's pretty smart. The switching cost was a real barrier and they just made it a lot smaller. So OpenAI just dropped GPT 5.4, and I want to talk about it because there's actually some stuff in here worth paying attention to. This isn't just them bumping a version number. The main thing they did is consolidate. For a while, they've had separate models optimized for different things. One that's better at coding, one that's better at reasoning, and so on. GPT 5.4 is basically them taking all of that and putting it into one model. So you're not having to choose anymore, you just use the thing and it handles both pretty well. The benchmark numbers they publish are pretty strong as well. There's an evaluation called GDP-Val that tests AI against actual professionals across 44 different occupations, and GPT 5.4 matched or beat those professionals 83% of the time. GPT 5.2 was at 71% on the same test, so that's a real jump and not just a simple upgrade. They also added native computer use, meaning the model can actually sit down and operate a computer, click around, navigate apps, use a mouse and keyboard. That sounds like a small thing, but it's kind of a big deal for what people are building with these models right now. On the developer side, they added something called tool search. The old way of building on the API meant you had to manually pass in every possible tool your app might need, every single time. Now the model just figures out what it needs, so it's cleaner to build with, and it reduces prompt size, which brings costs down. They also made it more efficient in general. It uses fewer tokens than 5.2 to solve the same reasoning task, which again matters a lot if you're running this at scale. And AI hallucination, they say individual factual claims are 33% less likely to be wrong, and overall responses are 18% less likely to contain errors compared to 5.2. Those numbers sound modest, but honestly that's the kind of thing that makes a model actually usable for professional work rather than just impressive in demos. Availability-wise, GPT 5.4 thinking is rolling out now for Plus, Team, and Pro users. The Pro version is on Pro and Enterprise plans. API is $2.50 per million input tokens, $12 per million output. The thing I keep coming back to with this release is just the pace. They dropped 5.3 instant on March 3rd, and then this came out 2 days after. They're clearly in a sprint right now, and GPT 5.4 feels like the moment where a lot of the separate threads they've been pulling on, reasoning, coding, agenting stuff, actually coming together in one coherent package. Whether that holds up outside of benchmarks, we'll see. But on paper, this is one of the more complete releases they put out in a while. Okay, so there's a lot happening with Anthropic right now, and I want to lay out the whole picture because it's genuinely one of the more wild stories in tech recently. It started a few weeks ago. Anthropic had a $200 million contract with the Pentagon, and it had two conditions baked in. Claude could not be used for fully autonomous weapons targeting, and it cannot be used for mass domestic surveillance of Americans. Then, the Pentagon, under Pete Hegseth, came back and said, "We want to renegotiate everything under a standard any lawful use clause," meaning no private company gets to put restrictions on what the military can do with the technology. Anthropic said no. The Pentagon gave them a hard deadline, Anthropic held firm, and at 5:01 p.m. on a Friday, the Pentagon declared Anthropic a supply chain risk to national security, the first time that label has ever been applied to an American company, and Trump posted on Truth Social calling Anthropic a radical left woke company and ordered every federal agency to stop using their products. Within hours, OpenAI stepped in and signed the deal Anthropic had just refused. So that's already a significant situation, but then a memo leaked. Dario Amodei had written a 1,600-word internal memo to Anthropic's employees on the same day everything fell apart, and the information published it, and it was not diplomatic. He called OpenAI's Pentagon deal maybe 20% real and 80% safety theater, said Sam Altman's public statements were straight up lies, and accused him of presenting himself as a peacemaker while signing a contract that undermined everything he publicly said he stood for. But the part that really blew things up was when Dario laid out why he thought the Trump administration came after Anthropic specifically. He wrote that the real reasons were that Anthropic hadn't donated to Trump, while OpenAI and Greg Brockman had donated a lot, and they had given dictator-style praise to Trump. Greg Brockman and his wife gave $25 million to a MAGA super PAC. Sam Altman donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration and stood next to him at the Stargate announcement. Dario did none of that and apparently believes that's a big part of why Anthropic is now on the wrong side of the administration. This memo leaked and it immediately complicated everything. A White House official told Axios it could blow up chances of resolution, and the Undersecretary of Defense went on to X to say there were no active negotiations with Anthropic, directly contradicting what Dario had publicly said about productive conversations happening. Dario has since apologized for the tone of the memo, saying it was written within hours of a chaotic series of announcements and didn't reflect his careful or considered views, but the damage is sort of already done. The Pentagon formally confirmed the supply chain designation, and Anthropic says it plans to sue to challenge it. Here's where things get actually complicated for Anthropic as a business. They're reportedly preparing for an IPO. A supply chain risk designation, a lawsuit against the federal government, and a sitting president publicly calling your company radical and woke, that's a lot of baggage to carry into a public offering. Some of Anthropic's own investors are reportedly frustrated, with one person briefed on the situation describing it as an ego and diplomacy problem. The counterpoint is that the public seems to have responded pretty well to Anthropic's stance. ChatGPT uninstalled Search after OpenAI's Pentagon deal, and Claude climbed to number 2 in the App Store. So in the court of public opinion, Dario may have actually won something. But in terms of federal contracts, government relationships, and what this means for the company's trajectory, that's a much messier picture and is still unfolding. But that's it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, follow the world of AI, and don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. We post constantly and you don't want to miss this. I'll see you guys in the next one.